Good morning, Bacon Academy. We are back. On today's show, a home invasion in Colchester, a grounded oil rig in Alaska, and troubling climate change news. All that and more now on the Bacon Academy Student News. Today is Monday, January 7th, 2012. I'm Bernie Dennler.
And I'm Matt McAllister. The Bacon Academy wrestling team had a tough weekend in Springfield, Massachusetts this week. The Bobcats fell to number 1 seeded North Andover 62-12, Springfield Central 40-30, and to Avenel Park of New York 54-27. The team's one and only victory was against Durfee of Fall River, Massachusetts 48-27. Senior night for the wrestling team will be on Wednesday the 9th at 6 p.m. in the Bacon Academy Gymnasium. Any and all fans are welcome.
Project Graduation, which raises money for Bacon Seniors Grad Night, is seeking volunteers to help run a concession stand at Gamble Pavilion Tuesday, January 8th. Students willing to help should contact Ryan Kennedy.
State police from Troop K are investigating a rare home invasion on Ivy Court in Colchester that occurred late Thursday night. 2 victims were taken to Marlborough Medical Center after they answered the door and were reportedly attacked by 2 men wearing skeleton masks. The masked men, one of which was armed with a handgun, fled the scene on foot. As of Monday morning, the suspects have not been caught.
President Barack Obama is set to nominate former Nebraska Senator Chuck Hagel for the position of Defense Secretary, replacing current Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta. Hagel is a Vietnam War veteran and a Republican whose nomination could at least help somewhat bridge Washington's severe political divide as the president attempts to add a well-known Republican to his innermost circle. However, some Republicans have already voiced opposition to the nomination, questioning Hagel's commitment to Israel's security.
The president is also set to nominate John Brennan as the new Central Intelligence Agency director, replacing David Petraeus, who resigned amid a scandal in November. Brennan worked at the CIA for 25 years and even served as the chief of staff to the CIA director from 1999 to 2001. Under the Obama administration, he has served as Homeland Security Advisor since January 2009.
On Sunday, the U.S. Coast Guard and Shell were making preparations to tow a grounded Alaska oil rig after rough weather prevented their attempts on Saturday. Once weather conditions are right, the goal is to tow the rig to a sheltered bay nearby so professionals can make a better evaluation of its seaworthiness. Although officials have not released an exact timeline for the removal of the rig, Shell's Alaska Ventures manager, Sean Churchfield, stated that, according to naval architects, the vessel is sound and fit to tow.
Town officials in Steubenville, Ohio, have launched a website to keep their community updated on a rape case which has consumed the small town after allegations of a cover-up. The website will, quote, report only the facts and provide information on the government of the city, as well as the transparency and the timeline of the evidence, said city manager Kathy Davidson. 2 16-year-old boys are being charged with the rape of a girl in August. Both boys are on the football team, and special prosecutors from the State Attorney General's office believe that the boys sexually assaulted her while she was unconscious.
6 teenagers were arrested in a mass brawl that caused a stampede and the evacuation of a shopping mall in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. More than 200 teenagers became involved when a fight broke out and caused the mall to shut down early. No injuries were reported, and the police are still investigating how the fight actually started.
Bahrain's highest court Monday upheld jail sentences against 20 opposition figures, including 8 sentenced to life in prison, in a decision likely to spark more street protests in the violent-racked Gulf nation and bring renewed criticism from its Western allies. The group includes a rights activist who staged a 110-day hunger strike last year to protest the verdicts, and some of Bahrain's practicing Shiite Muslim majority, who claim they face systematic discrimination at the hands of the Sunni monarchy.
Bahrain's rulers have offered some reforms as a result of the ongoing unrest among public and national government, including giving more powers to the elected parliament, but protest leaders say they fall short of the demands for a role in key government affairs. More than 55 people have died in the ongoing protests since February 2011.
Egypt swore in 10 new ministers, including those for finance and the interior, on Sunday, in a cabinet shake designed to improve the government's handling of the country's ailing economy. The shake-up marked the latest in a series of appointments and forced resignations that have rattled Egypt's government in the 2 years of political turmoil since popular uprising ousted President Hosni Mubarak. It also solidified Islamist control of the government. The Muslim Brotherhood's party now has 8 cabinet posts. President Mohamed Morsi met with the new ministers after their swearing-in ceremony at the presidential palace in Cairo.
Syrian President Bashar al-Assad made clear in his public address on Sunday that he has no intention of relinquishing power and that he will be the one to dictate the end of Syria's 21-month-old civil war. Assad revealed his peace plan while also announcing that he had no partner for negotiations in the Syrian opposition. He continues to label the rebels as, quote, killers and terrorists, indicating his dismissive attitude towards the conflict. His strict settlement terms offer little hope for a diplomatic breakthrough.
Finally, in science and technology news, climate experts now believe that they may have underestimated the effects of climate change and that the sea level may be rising faster than they had thought. As glacial ice sheets melt at an unanticipated rate, glaciologists realized that sea levels could reach catastrophic levels in the upcoming decades, with potential increases of a meter or more by 2100. It is unclear how much of the ice sheets melting is due to natural variation and how much is due to the emission of man-made greenhouse gases into the atmosphere.
The Consumer Electronics Show is set to officially begin tomorrow and run through Friday. The annual trade show is an opportunity for tech companies from around the world to debut their latest and most revolutionary products, and often provides a glimpse of what trends to expect to emerge in the tech world during the year. Things to expect at this year's show include a greater emphasis on laptop, tablet convertibles, and flexible smartphone screens, as well as the debut of transparent television displays.
That's all for today. Join us again tomorrow for more school, local, U.S., and world news.
And remember, you can catch us online too at youtube.com/BA Student News.